guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are entering into the home stretch before the Tanabata celebration. I'm thinking Tanabata is probably going to really kick ass this year. Look at the fact that the 6th-year anniversary, I think, is the best celebration in the history of Dokkan. Global is about to get this in a couple of weeks, and just every celebration has just been a massive win, I think, for Dokkan, right? You know, like, even this little mini celebration in June, we have EZAs for in LR Gohan and Physical Final Form Cooler. It's just really good. So Dokkan is definitely doing very good with the celebrations so far in 2021. Now, we have details of an upcoming update coming to Dokkan. I mean, this is just like their sort of like, you know, help guide shit that they do. All right, so we have this new version update coming. Now, this is going to be massive for a couple of different reasons. Let's start out with the sort of gameplay aspects of this and what exactly is changing and how it's changing and all that. So if we go over here, we have a tweet from Mr. Verified Goresh right here. There are new types of super attacks coming. So we already had key-based, which if we go back in, we could see key-based is this one right here. Now they're adding melee-based, which, again, I assume is the little fist one right there. We're also getting physical-based, which, again, I assume is probably the little weapon. And then now other, which is going to be the last one. Now, what is other going to be? Like, is that going to be like Gogeta's Stardust Breaker? Is that going to be other? Does the Spirit Bomb count as other, right? It's going to be interesting to see sort of, you know, like how they're going to, like, sort all of these. And, like, what this might mean for Tanabata, right? Because typically, they will add something like this, and then there's usually, like, a major unit that follows that will take advantage of this, right? So, I don't think it'll be the Super Gogeta Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, who should be coming in 2 weeks. Maybe the Legendary Summon unit in Part 2 might be a unit that would be, you know, one of the first with, like, the other super attack or something like that. Like, the first thing I saw when I looked at this was the weapon was potentially JANEMBA, right? Like an LR JANEMBA as Part 2 of Tanabata, but we will see. Then the other thing we've got here is you could skip active skill animations. Now, this is kind of stupid. I mean, I've never found myself like, oh boy, I wish I could skip this active skill animation. Like, summon animations, Dokkan. I want to skip summon animations, not active skill animations. Like, this is fine. I guess it's good that they make this an option, sure. But can we skip summons, dude? Like, when I fly in and I get Chaozu and Fat Boo, I don't want to have to sit through that summon. I'd much rather just be like, all right, moving on, right? That would be really, really good. So it looks like that is it for the info for this update, at least what they're talking about. Now, there is another major sort of addition to this update. There is one thing I quickly want to grab. Someone tweeted at me earlier, and occasionally when you... Let me actually see if we could do it here. Can I? Let me do this real fast. Let me close out the game and open this up real fast, because someone tweeted this at me earlier. Like, when a new banner or something like that drops... and like the first time you log into the game afterwards, like a little pop-up will show up, right? Like letting you know. Someone tweeted at me earlier that they, yeah, okay, I found it, that they got a pop-up, which appeared to indicate that Dokkan was telling them that their device was not suitable, right? So like, let me just see, like, will we get one of these pop-ups right here? I think we probably should for the banner. Yeah, okay. So there's like, so this is just popping up to tell us that the new, like, the Garlic Jr. story event now has new stages. So this guy right here, Cozy Night Sky, tweeted this to me, which just appears to be the same type of thing. It's one of these pop-ups, but this is basically telling him that his device is not suitable, right? I think what this is probably saying is that his phone might be rooted, right? And that's, you know, that's the thing, is we're moving into Safetynet. So Dokkan is fully implementing Safetynet, which is they're really going to, like, I guess, restrict access for certain things, right? Like, people that would use, like, the bots to get, like, you know, like, just grind the entire story instantly and then, you know, sort of, like, summon on stream and give it away or something like that. people were, you know, doing that and then selling those accounts. You guys know that there's a lot of like early showcases. Like I even do those too, where like we'll do like the unit rainbowed level 10 links before they come out. A lot of that stuff is probably going to be cut off, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think depending upon how talented whatever person it is, like some of the stuff like private servers, stuff like that could probably still be accessed by those smart enough to work their way around stuff. Like, you know, I'm sure like still like getting like assets from the data download and stuff like that. I don't expect all of that to stop, but I do think like the bots for sure and stuff are going to be done, right? Like I don't think people are going to be able to just like be like, okay, I'm going to just put this account in here, boom, entire story is farmed up. This is the main thing. I just want this fucking gone, flat out. Clean that the friend system. The number one solution Dokkan could do is just fix the friend system. Like, allow us to use, like, 1,000 friend points to copy our leader and go into a stage or something. Like, that's literally all they have to do, right? But if they don't want to do that, if they don't want to help out the friend system, then one of the things that would help is getting rid of bots and thus getting rid of the thousands of, like, SR, Android 18 and shit like that accounts that are on there. A lot of people have been tweeting me and showing me on global there's been an influx of LRs at level 1 SA1. Like LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku just sitting there SA1 level 1. Like I assume it's just some person that was trolling with it. But like, you know, it's that type of shit that's causing them to put in Safetynet. I'm telling y'all right now, I think it's more so about the bots and the friend system stuff, even more so than like early showcases or, you know, like DBZ space in the Dokkan wiki. Again, I did talk to someone who sort of thought that it's plausible that a couple of weeks ago when Global Dokkan actually left some sensitive data, like unpassword protected, like summon rates and stuff like that. Like, I believe some people at Akatsuki and Dokkan might have been a little bit upset about that. So that could have, at the very minimum, fast-tracked Safetynet being introduced into Dokkan. So we're probably going to see Safetynet pop up when this update actually goes live in game, which is, I believe this is the 21st. This is going up. This update right here, does it say? Yeah, the 21st, there's maintenance. So the 21st Safetynet should be implemented and stuff like that. Again, I would say I do feel bad for some people. Like, not everyone has a phone that's capable of running Dokkan and stuff like that, right? Like, I know for a fact there's like 15-year-old kids out there who actually cannot afford like a phone, so they use like an emulator and stuff like that. But I mean, unfortunately, that's just a side effect of like these bastards overusing the bots and shit like that, like just taking advantage. Like this is what happens. Like, you know, we'll see exactly how this is going to affect mods, you know, bots, private servers and everything. I assume a lot of the stuff's going to be cut down, but I bet you really talented people that know what they're doing could still do a lot of the stuff, right? Okay, so we saw that. We got all the details, you know, correlated to the update and stuff like that. We know that it's coming on the 21st. Now, we also did see the V-Jump earlier. This is what V-Jump is. Sure enough, it's this exact art we saw from before. This is, you know, the Frieza and the sort of like dead core or whatever. For sure, this is showing us that Gogeta and Tanabata is coming next, right? Like, we're absolutely getting, you know, the upgrade of this unit right here. This Gogeta is probably going to be disgusting. And then when we take a look at this, again, my first thought upon seeing this sword icon, dude, is JANEMBA. Instantaneously. It doesn't feel like a coincidence to me, right? Like, here, let me close up a bunch of this stuff here. Like, this doesn't feel like a coincidence. Like, all right, we're going into this celebration where, like, you know, we have an open spot for a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, and we have, like, one that could pop up in the remake for Gogeta, right? Then part 2, we get a summonable LR. JANEMBA, dude. We just got Fat JANEMBA. Super JANEMBA has not gotten a new unit. Same thing as Super Gogeta, right? With Super Gogeta and Super JANEMBA, they both have only got the 2 cards, right? The last one coming out in 2017 for both of them, right? Just like the sort of like standalone version. So I really expect standalone LR Super JANEMBA with, like, you know, making good use of the sword and potentially having, like, you know, sword attacks or whatever his super attacks are going to be. It's going to be like a sword type. That's sort of what I'm anticipating. for the part 2 legendary summon, like, for Tanabata coming up. So let me know what you guys think. We'll see how Safetynet, all this stuff is going to work out. We'll see how these new, like, types of super attacks and stuff are going to work out. It's going to be very, very interesting to see moving forward. So let me know what you guys think of everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.